What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm effing Hate It, and this is something that a lot of people have been asking for. This is a movement guide, strictly mobility in Gun Raiders. All right, so this is College Debt. I'll let him take it from here real quick. He does have a quick announcement too.
I'm College Debt. Me, as long as my friend Mr. Slayer, we host Friday minigames, which happens every Friday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's a really chill event. We just play some games, hang out. It's a lot of fun, and we're coming up on 1 year, so stay tuned for that.
So yeah, guys, if you want to jump into the Friday night mini games, I'm posting the link right down there. It's done on Discord. It goes right to his Discord server, and you can jump in there with everybody. It's very chill. I'm going to be popping in and actually doing a full stream on one of these shortly. I just usually get bogged down on Fridays with projects and cutting and editing and all that stuff, and yeah, fun stuff. So let's get on with this movement guide.
I've been playing for about a year, maybe a little over at this point, and I'm currently 10th in the world and one of the faster players out there. Before we even get started, you want to open the settings. I think a lot of people don't check into them enough. So just on that first page of the settings menu, and FN if you want to follow it, you can just go down to it's the third from the bottom, swap, dash, and jetpack. What this is going to do for you is that if you dash forward, you're going to push forward on the stick instead of backward with the default setting, and then you will pull the stick backward for jetpack. And it feels a lot more natural to move forward and dash forward with the same push. And then if you go up on the page, you'll see your rotation settings. Personally, I think smooth turning's better. You're going to see more. Once you've figured out your settings, you want to figure out how you want to climb. So for me, I find that the best way to do it is you want to hold a knife at all times while you're climbing. This is going to give you a faster, not only a ground speed, but a faster air speed. So flying around, you move faster just holding a knife. You can just keep your gun on your chest. I just leave the shotgun there, and then I can climb around with my offhand. And then once I see someone, you just pull out the gun. So I have some beginner tips. If you are newer to the game and less experienced with VR, these are stuff you can implement into your game immediately to already just start having better movement and being harder to hit. That's the coolest thing about this game. It's not just about who has the raw aim skill. You can also just completely outplay people with moving fast. You only get so much boost. You have about 2 dashes forward to use. So that's not a lot to work with, and you're going to need those dashes whenever you get into a fight. So the primary way you want to move around is to climb. Climbing, I think people get this idea from Gorilla Tag. They think you need a lot of power to climb, but there's no difference from really swinging your arm and just doing a light tap. And you're gonna be more controlled.
I'm one of those people.
Barely grab the wall and then just a light flick down, just a really smooth motion. And it's gonna let you climb for longer. It's gonna let you be more controlled with it, and you'll be more comfortable with just moving. And just experiment with that. Climbing's the #1 least used thing in this game, that if you use it, it's gonna immediately start to improve your gameplay, and it's something you can experiment with pretty easily. And you just want to go back and forth, and you can just do this until you feel comfortable with it, just using 2 hands. You don't want to use any fuel, just bouncing back and forth. And then once this feels good and you can consistently make it to the other side, you want to pull out a weapon and then do it with 1 hand.
All right, one thing you guys are hearing, you're hearing the jetpack. That is not actual use of the jetpack. That is the gliding. This sounds like the jetpack coming from another player. You see how I'm not using that much boost juice right there. Boost juice. That's like a population one thing. It needs a boost juice. All right, but now if I were to boost back and forth right here, you can see how much I just used.
Air strafing. So if you glide, you'll notice you can fall very slowly, but also you can walk in the air, more or less. I can climb up here and then make myself really hard to get a read on just by moving back and forth and holding my arms out. And then once you get a feel for that, then you only need 1 arm to climb. So you can use the other as a gun and shoot.
I like how you just pretty much painted my body right there. You got ridiculous aim, my friend. So when you're in there, do you physically, in your play space, are you moving, or are you just using the joystick to strafe?
You want to use the joystick to strafe, and then you just hold 1 arm out to your side like I'm doing here. And that's all the movement that you need. You can see FN's doing it. Dashing backward. So I know a lot of you guys probably hate the side of this. The best way to avoid that is just you want to walk backward and then dash like you're moving forward, but that's going to send you back. And the cool thing about that, FN, if you want to turn on your bars and show this, moving backward, you actually lose less fuel than moving forward. So the game is on your side, trying to run away from stuff.
I never
So
noticed
if you
that.
just dash backward, you can get about 3 dashes.
I see that.
When moving forward, you only get 2. So normally, if you dash forward, which FN will beautifully demonstrate, you're going to use about half your bar, if you see there. Whereas if you dash into a wall, you're going to lose a lot less fuel if you want to try that. So just like dash into a wall and just show how much it loses. Getting that speed boost, but you're not using your whole fuel. So you can dash into walls to use less fuel, but still get that speed that's going to make you harder to hit. So once you get really comfortable just bouncing along the wall with one hand and then shooting at people, you can start throwing in some dashes just right at the end, and you can see just how much harder I'll be to hit there. Every time you grab, you lose all momentum, which seems like a bad thing, but actually you can use it to really throw people off and make a lot of interesting plays that people won't expect. So if you're just kind of climbing around and someone's chasing you, you can grab the wall and it'll look like you're moving fast forward, but you can just grab a wall and throw yourself back to get behind them and gun them down. So you kind of move and then you walk back and you can gun them down. And then the second way you can really use that to your advantage is if you're climbing, you don't have that much momentum. You can just stop all your momentum, so you can use that to whip yourself around corners if you just grab right at the edge and just pull yourself in the other direction. Climbing, you stop your momentum whenever you grab on, but you can still gain momentum after that. So you can do kind of like a super throw if you grab on, and then right as you release, you do a dash. That's going to get you a lot farther than if you just normally throw or normally dash. The thing about movement in this game is that it's so fluid. I don't think anyone's mastered it yet. So, mess around with it, play around with it. I'm sure you can find things. It's the thing with the highest skill ceiling in this game at the end of the day. I personally believe that movement is where it's at. No matter how good your aim is, someone's moving better and faster than you, you're gonna lose that fight.
And that's College Dead himself, top 10 globally. And don't forget, he has Friday night mini games. The link is below. Every Friday, it is a nice, chill, a bunch of different style of games. Some of the games, you want to run down some of the whack games you guys got?
Gun game, we have Tag, Manhunt, Hyper Dash, John Wick, all sorts of cool games. So check out our Discord. We have channels explaining all of it. It's a lot of fun.
That's right. So if you're over here trying to play the John Wick game mode or even the gun game mode and your friends just aren't going with it, they make sure the group rolls with it. So there's no bullshit. Always fun. Definitely appreciate your time, man, for helping with this. I know this is a highly requested guide, so I'm glad you ran down everything. I did what I could to help as well. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out till then.
Woo!